Welcome back to the Fixed Ops Roundtable. Sarah Vantine is the Vice President of Sales at Quantum5 and a great friend of the retail community. Sarah, welcome back to the Roundtable.
Thank you so much for having me, Ted.
We are so honored and proud of all the success that you are experiencing. Sarah Vantine, you have got it all. You've got the family, you've made a big career in retail, and now you are cutting edge here at Quantum5.
Oh, thank you so much, Ted. It's been an amazing journey going from retail to now helping dealers all across the country.
So, a couple questions I'd like to ask you today, Sarah. First for our audience who may not know, who is Quantum5?
Quantum5, just to put it simply, we are automotive learning multiplied. And really, what that means is we are a whole training solution that really solves the sustainment, the ongoing engagement, and the initial learning for sales, service, and leadership.
Automotive learning multiplied. I like that. It ties in with the name too. So give us a little bit more info. Like, what do you do, and who do you serve as clients?
Yes, so we are in a few hundred rooftops today and still growing, and it's been so exciting in the year and a half that I've been part of this company. We have grown. We have so many fixed operations dealers that we really help support. And what's been so cool about that is we've now transitioned in some of those stores into also helping their variable side. And of course, BDC leadership, their sales managers, service managers, general managers. And it's really a holistic solution to look at not only the culture of the dealership to figure out the pain points, like what are the really the symptoms underlying that may be going on from a culture perspective. And then we also have the ability to continue that conversation into the learning environment where we're helping service advisors and sales consultants become better at skills when they're talking to people and how to adapt beyond just the standard word tracks or the standard
Right.
closes that we've all heard over the last decades. It's really an adaptation to meet today's customer where they are and equip your people with the skills to really have meaningful connections where they can build value.
You're right. Automotive training historically has not changed in a long time until Quantum5. And I like the fact that you've layered in the culture because that's, as you know, a huge talking point. And I know you do a lot on the fixed operation side. I know your experience on BDC, and you've got to be pleased. I've seen a number of things on LinkedIn where people said, who is the number one person to talk to in terms of BDC? And I see your name coming up over and over again. Can you highlight a product or two? And I would imagine BDC might be one of those products.
Yes. So first, I'd love to talk a little bit about our performance suite. So our Quantum Performance Suite, this is our brand new, really packaged, concise product for 2023. And what it is we want to make learning cost effective for dealerships. And we want to make sure that we're impacting the dealer in the best way possible. And so what we've done is we've packaged the culture with our ESIQ component to look under the hood to see what employees are thinking, what's important to them as they navigate their career journey, and then take it beyond that into our traditional core learning. So for our service advisors, our sales consultants, and then now we've added in the leadership component as well. So it's really a holistic view of how training in automotive needs to be at your rooftop. And we've packaged it in a way where it is a little more cost effective for a dealership that wants to have impact across all of their departments in their stores that are going to be customer facing. And of course, we have the individual a la carte kind of training and learning as well. And People First BDC is, of course, very close to my heart because I helped craft and develop the program for Quantum5. And that has been so exciting to see multiple dealerships embrace. And I've loved being able to be part of that, where I'm getting the feedback from multiple organizations that their BDC, in some cases, I have some dealers that it's a brand new department for them. It's a whole new operation, a whole new division in their stores. And they've been so pleased with the results that they're seeing in employee retention and then also their customer retention.
I love that term also, people first BDC, Sarah. You've really championed that. And the name really says it all. Quantum is really all about the people.
Yes, that is ultimately the core component for our learning is we really put the learner in the center of it. And that, of course, is the person. The person in your organization is so critical to employee retention and customer retention. So, I mean, you've experienced this over the course of your career, I'm sure. And we have many examples of this in our organizations, but it's always the people that really impact the day-to-day lives of our customers and our community. And so, think about a sales consultant or service advisor. They're building that relationship every day with your customers. And if they're there for many, many years, now you've developed and they've created their own culture that's part of your dealership larger culture. And so for us at Quantum, we want to embrace that. And we want to make sure that we equip people with learning and skill development from entry level. It's their first day in automotive, all the way up to the person that's 25 years in. We can build value for them across the spectrum.
Wow. And it's modern training, Sarah. I know historically there have been a lot of pain points in training, right? The fact that it's not just a one-time event, it's an ongoing, I used to use the word continuum. Tell us some of the pain points that Quantum helps dealers solve today.
Yes. So this has been one of my passions. And I know, and this was actually really the reason why I wanted to join Quantum was because of the sustainment piece and that approach to learning where it's not a one-time event. It's not on the onus of the dealership management to keep training alive. It's not on HR. It's not on even if you are an organization that has a corporate trainer, this helps those individuals really, again, have learning multiplied across that organization and be able to sustain it with a trusted partner. And so for us, we combine the best of technology and the best of people. We have a community team that is incredible about building those relationships with your individual learners in your store. And they're really like coaches. They're keeping that learning in the classroom alive long after we've left the dealership. And then it takes that burden off of the sales managers so they can get back to doing the things that are important to their day-to-day, which is, of course, getting more business, keeping things going in the store, and really focusing on the business operations that need to happen. And so historically, that has usually been one of the challenges in automotive learning and training is that it is, okay, let's take people outside into a classroom. And that's great. Classroom learning's awesome. But when you get back into the store, maybe 1, 2 months later, 3 months later, is that learning still impacting that day-to-day stuff? And chances are in most cases, it's not. And things happen and you go back to old habits. With us, we have the ability with our technology, with our app, and that our learners can plug into, and our community team, which is people driven, they're individual coaches to help our learners. We really solve that problem.
I like the blend of technology because all of us interact on that phone all day long. Dealership people do as well. And how Dave O'Brien leading the charge at Quantum5, Dave Foy, yourself, how you've incorporated that. So kudos to you, Sarah. Last question for today. I see you all over social media, Quantum5, working with some of the great dealers, great retailers, a lot of big names, some of whom will be with you here at the Roundtable. I know you've got a couple panels coming up. I've seen you with Nikki Risley talking, Andy Wright as well as an example. Can you share maybe a story where your product has helped a dealer, in their day-to-day business?
Yes. So, and this is what has been so amazing about what we put together with Quantum5. And again, just the people in our organization and our community, building those relationships to solve some of those challenges. Well, we've been able, and I just personally with our community team, there's been different organizations where we've come in and they may have a great service department. They may have a great BDC. They may have a great sales department already in place. But there's little pain points that they have that they're like, well, I don't really know what I should be doing with this process. This is kind of an issue with our customers when they're inquiring about things. The great news about our company is because our community team has retail automotive experience, we can pull in all kinds of expertise that goes beyond just the traditional learning. And so for one particular story that's been really fun is one of our community team was able to solve a telephony problem at the store, which again is completely outside the scope of support that we as a company do. But again, we have all of this expertise. And so they were having some challenges figuring out, well, what is the real data in terms of what's coming into my rooftop phone calls every day? And we were able to go, hey, wait a minute, pull up that report. Okay, hang on. I see something here. Let's get the IT person with your telephone provider on the phone. I know exactly how to fix this. And it took maybe a 30-minute phone call in conjunction with our community team and the manager at the rooftop that we were helping. But that was something that I got the feedback. And again, I'm vice president of sales, so our community team is really the people that are doing such an incredible job with our clients, at the store level. But getting a phone call like that from the dealer principal, that's like, wow, I just want to say thank you so much, because this was something that we didn't even know was going on. And your people didn't even have to be involved in the fixing of it.
But you did.
But they did. And so that's something to me that it just speaks to, again, the people in our company and the people in our organization, how we care so much about what happens at the dealership beyond just the initial learning.
Well, Sarah, I have learned a lot more about Quantum5 today, thanks to you. So, thank you for all you do for retail and for our audience. And again, congratulations on all the success, Sarah Vantine, that you are having.
Thank you, Ted.
Sarah Vantine, everybody, the Vice President of Sales at Quantum5, is going to be at, you'll be at NADA later this week. Is that correct?
Yes. Please stop by our booth at NADA. I would love to meet you and would love to talk to you more. If you would like more information about Quantum5, also please feel free to reach out to me on our website, quantum5.ai. Also, you can find me on LinkedIn as well.
All right, everybody. Sarah Vantine, one of the great leaders in our retail business. Sarah Vantine from Quantum5 here at the Fixed Ops Roundtable.